Feeling anxious when you watch the news these days? Having trouble sleeping at night? Don't worry, there's no need to rush to hospital. It could be that all you're suffering from is Trump anxiety syndrome.
I keep praying. I'm like, Lord God, please have mercy on us. Please don't let this happen.
Earlier this month, the Washington Post published a report about the phenomenon, which is increasing as Donald Trump garners more and more support for the Republican Party presidential nomination. Apparently, the idea of the controversial real estate mogul running one of the most powerful countries in the world terrifies many, and the reactions may be extreme.
My initial reaction is I would want to leave the country. I mean, I can't imagine what would happen to the world if he became president.
It isn't something I had thought about before, but I might seriously think of Canada or Singapore or I don't know. I'm really worried.
Dan Nainan is a comedian who performed in front of many celebrities and officials, including Trump himself, at his golf club in Palm Beach, Florida. He recalls a very pleasant man who was kind to him. However, the thought of Trump occupying the Oval Office is something else.
What I'm really terrified about is, what might happen if he becomes... I think we could have like a world war.
And the next President of the United States, Mr. Donald J. Trump!
What is so terrifying about Trump that he evokes such extreme reactions? According to Dr. Paul Sachs, a psychologist who treated some cases of the so-called syndrome, it is a combination of Trump's eccentric views and the enthusiastic reactions he gets from his supporters, something that may remind people of some of the worst dictators from darker eras.
But I think that when you really encourage people to hate, to take all of their frustrations, all of their feelings of not being enough, and project it onto the form of another, I think that you are potentially stirring up incredibly deep and powerful feelings that can either be destructive in some or touch very deep anxiety in others.
The recent violence in the Trump campaign in Chicago proves that this phenomenon may be much bigger than thought. Perhaps not an epidemic, but certainly a growing concern for many Americans. However, some argue that despite his problematic image, Trump will have to calm down once in office, and that he can't be that bad. For this to happen, Trump first has to win.